feel about the her? It's giving very much mm, 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 you know what I'm saying? Life in plastic is fantastic. You know? It's giving very much, you know. I got up and did my hair last night. I kind of messed up on the swoop, but for the most part, it's actually cute. It was my first time trying this hairstyle. So, yeah, y'all know I'm finna be bouncing as I walk. Y'all know how we is when we get our hair done. We, hmm, hmm, hmm. I'm the event. The event is me. Yeah, that's very much what it's giving, baby. Hello everyone, my name is Ariana Marche. Thank you all for coming to my channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you back again, what's up, girl? Today's video is another Divine Goddess video where I help guide you through life and all its dilemmas. All right, so let's get started. Today's topic is how to handle when people double back. So oftentimes we put people out of our lives, and it's always for a good reason. And many of the times people will try to linger around, come back, or they'll just watch you from afar or from social media or whatever the case may be. And oftentimes you may wonder, why are you watching me? But I'm here to tell you why and how to go about it when people do. And reason number one that they may linger around and just watch you is because they want to see how you're doing. Oftentimes when people who have wronged you and know that they wronged you and they don't want to take accountability for it, because that involves having to come to you, break their pride, and also say sorry, they're not going to do that. So they'll just watch you from afar because that guilt on the inside really be eating them up. So they kind of just want to sit back, watch. They'll watch a few of your stories or ask how you're doing through mutual friends and things like that. They just want to see. So not all the time it's malicious, but other times, I mean, it can be. But in this particular one, they just want to see how you're doing because their guilt is eating them up a little bit. Oh my gosh. Their guilt is eating them up a little bit too much to actually swallow their pride and come and apologize to you. And that's all it is they don't want to go ahead and take accountability for that. Second reason why people may linger around and watch you from afar is that they want to see if you are where they left you at. Sometimes people do you dirty and won't even think twice about it, won't look back. They may not even care. And that's just simply based off how they felt about you to begin with from the first day that they met you. So they may come back and notice that when they do, they jump immediately to asking you questions about yourself, your personal life, your dating life, your job life, just to see if you're where they left you at, because they feel like they discarded you whole time. You just removed negative energy from around you. But they just want to see, are you in a position to be doing better than them finally? Have you had your come up yet or anything like that? Notice they won't talk about themselves. It's just all about you. They just want to know where you're at in life, basically. This is just the person that will come around just to keep tabs on you. Nothing more, nothing less. I remember being friends with someone and we ended up stop being friends, and she would always have me on every social media, just be watching, would never really like, comment, show love, or anything like that. Which, I mean, yeah, it's kind of expected because we're not friends anymore to an extent. But again, why are you here? And whenever I would just post anything good or good stuff or how my life is going, nothing. But the moment that I made the mistake of posting, oh, well, I just got into a wreck or something silly like that, then that's when she wanted to say something. Like she would come, comment, or inbox me trying to have full conversations about my life and trying to see what I'm doing. And I'm just like, because you watch me all the time and now something happened to where it looks like I'm doing bad or I'm down and out. Now you want to say something. No, girl. This ain't that. This is not that. I'm still all right. I done ran into a little bump, but over here, we is doing good, baby. How many of y'all know somebody like that? As long as you posting good things, People will watch, they won't say nothing. But as soon as you make that same mistake that I did of posting something so silly, then they want to come and comment. And you got to be watchful of those people that's, oh, well, what's wrong? Are you okay? You want to talk about it? No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't. At all. And tell them you don't need nobody to talk to because you got your big sis Ariana Marche. You got these videos, so you'll be all right. You know how to get through it. We're gonna pick ourselves up and keep going, baby. And the third reason that people might linger around to watch you is because they want to see if you are still stuck on stupid. And this situation is typically with like exes or kind of like toxic family members, but it's just kind of like, oh, well, this person, no matter who really left who or who discarded who, they will come back as a play on your emotions just to see, like, do I still have access to this person? Can I still, dog them out or treat them the way that I treated them in the past? And like, that's the worst thing that you could do, is separate yourself from someone and still kind of be in the same place that y'all separated at. Like, that is the worst thing that you could do. And that's why I always tell y'all, once you in your separation season and you're trying to glow up and better yourself, you need to be doing that mentally so that you will know not to be letting these people that made you sick back into your space. You cannot heal in the same place that you got sick at. You cannot do that. And trust and believe it, but sadly there are people out there that kind of think like they were like, damn, like, I done did this to her, she gonna let me back around her, she gonna still talk to me after I done did X, Y, and Z. Like, oh, like, I really for sure got me a dummy. Like, I really got me a dummy for real. And people will keep you around just for those reasons, because they know that they can use you up or treat you any kind of way or discard you whenever they feel like it. So when y'all are out here having y'all glow ups, make sure that you glow up mentally first before you focus on the outside, because you don't want people like that trying to come back around you. And reason number 4 as to why people may come back around is because they're just simply bored. These people already viewed you as discardable or disposable anyway. So these were typically your inconsistent friends or your inconsistent ex or even family members, just whatever. They're just simply bored. Like, okay, I'll keep her around so that if I don't have anybody else to hang with or whatever the case may be, she'll be available. I can go call her. I can use her up for this moment. Like, that's why it's so important to really just have your own life and your own focus, because the last thing you want to do is be available to people that really only plan on using you. So these people are just simply bored, don't want nothing but to waste your time. That's it. That's all. All right, you guys. So I gave you 4 reasons as to why people may try to come back or why they linger around and watch you. Now I'm also going to give you 4 tips on how to handle it and what to do about it. Tip number 1 on how to handle it is pray for discernment. So many of us just get up, hopping into friendships and relationships and into jobs and so many things that we knew from the beginning was not for us. I don't care what nobody says, warning always comes before destruction. But a lot of people, sometimes if they feel like there were no signs, they felt it in their spirit, but although there was nothing to show for it in the physical, they ignore what they're feeling in their body or what God is trying to tell them. Like, we all have a inner spirit man, we all have a guardian angel that's watching over us. So when that feeling arises, when God is trying to tell you, when your angels is trying to tell you, please pay attention to it, because it's not there for a reason. That is the warning. It doesn't always have to be something physical or something that you could just catch or hear, from your ears or like from the naked eye. Like, it does not always have to be that. If you get a feeling of uneasiness, that's the sign that you need to get up out of there. So we need to be praying for better discernment. And when you do, ask God to make it clear as day for you. Like, ask them to make the situation uncomfortable for me. But be careful about that. You know, you want to get real specific. Don't just say that, because, you know, some crazy stuff may happen. You was like, okay, God, I didn't mean this uncomfortable. So be careful. But, you know, just ask God, like, hey, if this ain't right for me, show me, like, clear as day. Like, let this happen, or let this be the sign, or something like that. Like, God will let you know. He's going to always give you a way out of that type of stuff. Like, if a person is not meant for you and they were sent by Satan or anything like that, he's going to provide a way out. So ask for discernment. Tip number 2 on how to handle when people try to double back is to keep in mind why you cut them off to begin with. Does this person has a prior track record, meaning more than one offense against you? What would it benefit you to let this person back into your life? Because 9 times out of 10, if they didn't really love you or value you the first few times, do you really think they're gonna start it now, especially after they've been able to get away with it so long? And I'm pretty sure that you've expressed these things to them, whether it's friendships, family, relationships, whatever. What would it benefit you to let them back again? This is why it's important to take your healing journey serious and to get you some boundaries. And tip number 3 on how to handle when people try to double back in your life is to stop doubling back yourself. Now, y'all know over here, we're going to hold ourselves accountable as well, because we ain't always right. We ain't always perfect. But sis, and I'm guilty of this myself, it's just sometimes we let people come back that don't deserve it, or we let them come back a little too soon. And the first thing we do is to pick up where we left off, and that's the worst thing that you can do. If you are going to decide to let people come back or to give them another chance, if they don't really have too much of a bad track record with you, then that's fine. But there's no picking up where we left off. Like, now I'm kind of suspicious of you because you done already made this offense. So now we're gonna have to start back from square one. I'm gonna have to learn you all over again, get to know you all over again, learn to trust you all over again. If you are going to decide to let people back, just use your best discretion, use discernment, but you need to know, like, y'all need to be starting over from square one, because it's like, now I don't know who you are anymore. You don't know me anymore, because now I feel differently about you. So we're going to have to work towards being in a better space again. So you have to work on that yourself. Stop doubling back yourself, because when you just go back to people just because they, you know, hit you up, or just a simple conversation, like, you don't know what they was trying to do. They may have just been texting you just to text you and gone on, but you just immediately think that, oh, okay, well, we're just back on good terms, and you get to talking and running your mouth and doing everything else. Like, that's crazy. And sis, you need to stop that. It makes you look like you were the one that's kind of just been sitting around missing them. It's like it makes you look like you kicked them out of your life, but you kind of regret the decision and you've missed them all this time. So it's just like, you know what, forget what you did. I miss you. Let's just come back. Like, it makes you look like you have, like, what is it? Abandonment issues. Like, it's kind of trauma driven, honey, and you have a anxious attachment style, and you have to get rid of that. And tip number 4 on how to handle when people try to double back is developing boundaries. And I also have a video on that, so y'all be sure to check this out once y'all leave this video. But you need to be able to increase your self-esteem, your level of thinking, and your level of discernment. You should not find it flattering when people are watching you, or, you know, doing all of their little weird stuff, because some people prey on your downfall harder when they're not around you anymore versus when they were around you, because they was right there in front of you. They know what you were doing. Y'all were talking. You was probably telling them your business, so they know, oh, well, he or she, they ain't doing nothing, so whatever it is. But now that they're not around you, that's why they are trying to watch you, just to see what's going on, and they're just hoping and praying that you're not in a better space, that you're not actually out here getting yourself together and not letting people play with you anymore. So you really shouldn't find that flattering. Like, that really should make you want to block people. I told y'all, I'm big on the block button. I don't care, call me childish, whatever. Once you out of my life, bye. Like, it ain't no reason that you need to be watching me, seeing me, none of that. Like, I don't want you to even know that I'm still living and breathing, like, at all. Okay, like, get away from me. I don't want you in my space. I don't want you in my energy. The only way you gonna know is if we just happen to bump into each other, and you know, okay, well, she's still living and she looking good, she look like she doing better. That's the only way you will know. So y'all, don't be flattered by that. And once you kick people out, you need to take the time to evaluate what would even have you around that person from the jump. Why would you let that person do that to you? Like, you have to take accountability. Like, there would be something that y'all have in common that made y'all click to begin with, whether it was trauma bonding or whatever. Like, you have to still do the work, because it's not just them. Whether you made the offense or not, if you was the one that was allowing it, you're just as wrong. So, oh well, sis, but we gonna take accountability around here. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope to see y'all in the next one. If you new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you back again, remember to be sharing these videos. All right, I love y'all. See y'all in the next one. Bye. The look is giving Barbie. Hair undressing everywhere.